Renacio. Oh, Unicorn Chironax. That's interesting. I'll just top deck into the Renacio, please. I think we just hit the big elf here. Puts us the max coins. We do this. It's still a really big finisher, but I think he might have something here. Just an offering. Alright, that will be a GG. Today I wanted to play some Bounty since the Bounty cards got buffs, and I kind of like Bounty. So get into it, we really need to talk about Blood Money. So the change to Blood Money is it does 6 damage now. You're still getting coins equal to excess damage, but whenever an enemy with Bounty is destroyed, increase the damage by 1. If the order is used up, refresh it and set the damage back to 1 instead. What this means is that you can use your order early in the game for like a big tempo advantage, then build back up to using it again later. Or if you don't need to do that, you can just build up to like a 12 damage order later in the game, which is really good. Now this really helps with like round 1 pressure, which we'll talk about something related to that in a minute. But yeah, this is just really good. I think we're going to be using this early for a lot of pressure and tempo, and then building back up to it, but we'll see how the games play out. But yeah, this is really good. And the other thing about this, you can just kill the bounties with this. Sometimes you don't have enough damage to like remove a bounty card. So if you've got like bounty on something low, like a 2 or a 3, you could, if you already used your order, you might be back up 2 or 3 and just hit it again. If you do death blow something with this that has bounty, you get the back to 1 damage, which is nice. So this is really interesting. So big reason why I want to try out the deck. Running Tiger's Eye, you could go Crystal Skull. The cards you'd want to protect is your Witch Hunter Executioner or your Freak Show. It's probably actually might be worth running Crystal Skull. The only thing that makes me debate that a little bit is having Tiger's Eye to pay for the early tribute on a Moriels or a Graydon is really nice. Because you need to have coins to start damaging stuff with the bounties, right? Like if you put out Bounty, then you play Executioner, you don't have the coins to spend, that can be a problem, which is why we're going with the Tiger's Eye, but you could certainly play Crystal Skull. Maybe you can just play Crystal Skull, then use Bounty, or the leader, to kill something right away. You might want to plan on doing that if you're playing Crystal Skull. That wouldn't be bad. But we're going to go with Tiger's Eye in this one, although I can definitely see an argument for the Crystal Skull. I'll probably try out both eventually. Now we're playing Oneiromancy here for our consistency. Now, Oneiromancy, if you look at the devotion cards for Syndicate, the only card we really would want in our deck here is going to be Junior. Just because that damage is really nice. But with the changes to Ignatius, Hale, and some of the other guys in the more bounties, I think we will just leave him out for now, leave out the devotion, go the Oneiromancy, because I really just don't like Bank. Like, Bank's decent, but I just don't like it as a consistency card, because you a lot of time end up spending a lot of coins. And Oneiromancy is just better. Sometimes the Decree's just better too. But I felt like we would need the one consistency card at least, so we took out Bank. We went with the Oneiromancy here. The reason we chose Oneiromancy, the big one, is we really need Conjurer's Candle. We don't have a lot of ways to spend coins that aren't damaged. So if there's no bounties out, we might have a problem. So that's where Candle comes in, being able to boost our own guys up, protect our Witch Hunter Executioner, protect our Junior, protect our Caleb, not Junior, Freak Show, and stuff like that. So we really want the Candle. I want access to it, so we chose Oneiromancy there. Now, Brute got a buff. I thought Brute was pretty good before, but he was just awkward because it was the base power, the last thing you killed. Now it's the highest bounty thing you killed this game, which is interesting, because earlier I killed a Melusine with this, and that was pretty funny. That'll be a highlight clip at some point. But yeah, this is much better. It makes it less awkward to use, and Brute's a pretty strong finisher. We got the Witchfinder. It just gives you bounty every turn, which is really handy. The only issue with this is opponents who kind of know what you're doing will always kill your damage cards, which is part of the reason why we need Conjurer's Candle. But they're just killing all of your damage cards. The bounties don't matter necessarily, which could be an issue. But we're going to try and protect our bounty cards. And yeah, that's another reason why you want a Crystal Skull early, but we already explained that one. But yeah, Witchfinder's just really good for putting out all those bounties. There's an argument to be made that you don't need it because that's too many bounties. You can't trigger them all, which is true. Like if you're Freak Show, don't have Freak Show or something, it might be hard to trigger all these bounties. Or maybe they play like a Melusine with a Veil, but we do our best. I think we'll try and see how many things we can really kill with this. If you don't like the Witchfinder, Professor is probably the best option here. We got the Scoundrel here. It pulls out of the opponent's deck. It's a really big card at 12, and it's a way to spend coins to deal damage to things with bounty. And the best thing about it is it's really hard to remove, unlike the other ones. So that's a big advantage to the Scoundrel, right? Like if you play Freak Show or Executioner, they're probably just gonna die. If you play Scoundrel, it's a 10 or a 12, so that's pretty hard to remove. It also gets around Defender. So say that's like behind Defender with the bounty, you can just spend this and it'll damage it anyway. Now buffed Ignatius, he's now an 18 for 9, which is amazing. You have to do bounties and kill the things with bounty to heal him back up from setting his power to 1. But that's pretty easy to do. You usually need to kill like 3 or 4 guys, depending how big they are. And he's fully back up. And then you play him as finisher. The deck has 2 insane finishers. You got the Brute and the Brute and Ignatius. So I think we're gonna go for a short round 3 and drop these 2, and that should be good enough to beat most stuff. We have Moriels and Graydon. They're both here just to kill big guys with bounties. Graydon, you want to kill something with really big base power and boost himself up. And then Moriels, you just use his Destroy effect to kill something big if you need to. Caleb's an interesting one. I opted to try out Fabian a couple times, but we're going to go with the Caleb here. He's a lot like the Witchfinder. We get a bounty every turn, except his costs 3 coins, which is a little worse. But you get to choose what you put it on, which is better. So we're just going to be trying him out here. At 5, he usually dies. And the fee's a bit expensive to put out bounty, but I think we can work with it. And I want to see if he's good enough to use. The problem with Fabian has Intimidate. Then he's deploy bounty on enemy unit. That's already enemy with bounty gain coins equal to the base power. You always want to be doing the coin effect here, but the bounty effect is it's so inefficient. Look at Kurt, for example. Kurt's a 6 for 6 with a Purifying bounty. Usually we play him for the Purify. If you don't have anything you want to purify, you play the bounty. Ignatius, on the other hand, what's his name? Fabian. I always get those 2 mixed up. Sorry about that. On the other hand, you never want to place the bounty with him because it's so inefficient. It's a 5 for 7 with bounty. The Intimidate can get you a couple points, which is worth mentioning because we do have several crimes. And maybe that's where he's worth it, but he just wasn't seeming great to me. And for the coins, you'd really want to get like 6 or 7 coins off of this to make you feel good about it. Probably like 7, and that doesn't always happen. So I was just finding he wasn't getting enough value. But you can certainly try him out. And the Intimidate makes him a little bit better than it looks on paper, but I wasn't a big fan. Then we have the Freak Show. The Freak Show and Executioner. You just want these guys to be alive and killing stuff with bounty. It's pretty much what they're there for. And then the candles that protect them and spend our coins. We've got the Kurt I mentioned. He's good for the Purified Bounty, whichever one you need. Octavia draws 2 of her sons. Now that we're playing more of them, right? We've got the Brute, we've got Scoundrel, we've got Ignatius. You're going to draw them and shuffle 2 of your cards back. Really good for consistency. Yeah, it's just really good for consistency. So you don't really want to be Oneiromancying out the sons unless you really need to, because you're going to draw them off of her eventually. And then she's got this fee to boost the Witch Hunter by 2. This is really nice for keeping alive your Witch Hunter Executioners. Like I said, those are really important to keep alive. If you destroy it in this turn, she boosts by 3, which is just good efficiency, like a Sea Jackal on the Horde ability. So she's really nice. Then I'm running 1 Purge just because I want to try it out. And we do have several Witch Hunters. We've got the Executioners, which are really key. You want these to be alive for sure. Then we're running a bunch of crimes. Well, not a bunch. We've got the Slander, Hysteria, and Confession Extractor. Confession Extractor is 4 for 4 is much nicer. You still get that 1 damage off of it, so that's nice. And you get the coins early, which means you probably don't need the Tiger's Eye if you have this early. So maybe that's where you put the Crystal Skull in. Still thinking about that one. Hysteria is a bounty and 3 damage, which is similar to Slander. Slander is a bounty and 3 profit, but 3 damage can kill stuff sometimes. And then doing 6 damage if the unit already has bounty is really key, because if you're losing your Executioners, you don't have a way to kill things with bounty. You can hit it with Hysteria, which is nice to have that 6 damage option on it. Then we got the Slander, and we also have Witch Hunter bounties. And lastly, we do have the 2 Scapegoats. They're just here to help us put bounties out and kill them early. Give us a lot of coins. Like I said, you might not need Tiger's Eye. Maybe Crystal Skull is better. I'm kind of convincing myself into it at this point. And we're going to swap. We're just going to do this swap here. We'll try the swap. So yeah, we'll go with the Crystal Skull here. Ignore everything I said. They're both probably good. I just want to try the Crystal Skull after thinking about it so much and talking through the deck. But Anyway, let's go into some games and see how the deck actually... This will be kind of interesting to see what he's running. He's also going the Crystal Skull approach. The problem with him having Crystal Skulls, we can't kill his Executioner guy with Bounty on it. And it's going to block all of our Witchfinder coins. Maybe we just go to round 2. We'll see here. I actually kind of want to keep both these Executioners. He has so much damage. Oh, we actually have Freak Show too. He has so much damage. Everything's going to die, so we kind of want all the damage cards we can get. I think we'll put this back. We have Octavia. We'll draw the other 2 suns. I do want these early for coins. I think we'll put you back for now. We'll get them later. I think because of this skull, we kind of need to surrender the round here. It just gives so much to stop our Witchfinder and protect his fee cards. It'll be very difficult to deal with. Okay, there's a Scapegoat. Shocking, I know. Let's also play a Scapegoat. He's probably going to play Executioner now with the Skull. The difference here is we can't Skull our Executioner, which means we can't kill his guy. Do we even play an Executioner here? They're so valuable later on, considering the amount of damage. Something else we could consider is leadering the Executioner. If we do that, how do we finish it off? We could Hysteria it, or we could Freak Show it. We'll just Freak Show it. We need to get rid of this. I'm not comfortable just letting him have control the whole game. Like, if we don't kill the Executioner, he just has control of the entire game, and I'm not comfortable with that. I guess we could have Freak Showed it without the leader. No, we didn't have the coins for that. We had 7, right? I guess we could have. We want these coins available, though, I think. Interesting. Very interesting. We definitely want to kill this with a Bounty. It's so good. I think we'll play our Witchfinder. This is kind of a command. Although if we Hysteria, he goes down to 9. We can hit him with 6 damage here. It's not enough. Yeah, we'll do this. Then we'll hit here to get ahead. Nothing really has profit. It's just in case he passes. If he has a Curt, he's going to need to purify this, but we have Witchfinder, so that won't save it. We'll just put the Bounty back on it. We do have the Executioner here. Executioner is fine because we can kill it with blood money again. We're trying to get a lot of blood money value this game. And Hysteria does 6 now. Alright, now he's going to kill us. Oh, he's going to go for that one. Thought he'd go for the Freak Show. I would have gone for Freak Show there. Guess he kills it anyway, right? It's fine. Do have this guy. This does 1 damage, so that kills it off. Get our coins back. So here's the Purge. It's not too surprising. We have a lot of coins, which is something we want to leverage if we can. So I think we'll go with Octavia.
They want the pyre to see which is burned.
Oh, this is so... The Brute's so big here. But here's the thing. We don't want to play Ignatius or Scoundrel until after he's played his Graydon. So I want to keep that in mind. We don't need this. We don't need the coins. These aren't bad. Put this one back, though. That doesn't put out bounty. We need to kill that guy. Shouldn't be too hard. I think we'll just use the Hysteria to put out the bounty here. Don't have a good spender, though. We don't want him to get a spender either. Let's do this. I think we'll just kill it. It does waste a bit of coins, but I don't want him having the option of spending stuff. He might pass here because he'll get away with uneven.
It's not personal. Strictly business.
So he has 2 suns in his hand. The chances that he has a Graydon and a way to put bounty on our Scoundrel is 0. So we can do this now. Let's see what we want. We want one of these vigilantes gone. Now this is pretty dangerous, but we know this card is one of the suns. This card's one of the suns, which means that this one can't be like bounty and Graydon. It could be Moriel's, which would be really, really sad. Okay, it's not. We should be good then. Should be good. Probably should have kept like a couple coins here. This puts us to 4. We've got 2 damage here, so this is fine. We'll go with Caleb. Actually, we don't need to do anything special here. Actually, kind of want to keep this guy for later. Let's just play the Caleb. Don't do anything special. Although, to be fair, he could have drawn 1 sun, which would then he'd have a Graydon, but that would be like a... Okay. He did only draw the 1 sun. That's one way to do it. He got us. He got us. But this is gone, which is important. We need that gone before Ignatius. We still have our Graydon for his Ignatius, but he'll last say it. Definitely don't need 2 of that. Honestly, probably don't even need 1. He still has Freak Show, right? He still has Freak Show. That's his only spender for damage. And our only spender for damage is this Executioner. So we need to be really careful when we play that. He's just going to brute on us here. That is interesting. We don't have our own Graydon right now, which is a problem. We do have our own brute. But I don't want to get play into Immortals or anything. Let's just go with Hysteria. We don't actually have a way to Tribute Destroy this, which is really bad. Now he's going to know that. Or he might think we're going to grade in this, and he might play his Kurt for Purify, but nothing we can really do either way. Okay. He's just going to pass. That is interesting. That is interesting. So we have to play Ignatius or the Brute to get these points. We'll just play the Ignatius, I suppose. It's fine. But he doesn't have the Brute anymore. So we have 2 Tribute Destroys potentially. We still have our Graydon. He doesn't have the Brute, but he's in last side Ignatius. Candle's pretty good here. That's not really... Neither is that second copy. Alright, we're just missing all of our cards. That's unfortunate here. That is unfortunate. I think we just don't play units for a little while. Hopefully that does something. He still potentially has Moriels, potentially a Witchfinder. I wish we didn't draw into these guys. No Neuromancy, no Moriels, more Grade. Without these two, it becomes really problematic. There's a Witchfinder, so we just won't play a unit again. We need to kill this. We have 2 damage here. Let's just put a Slander on it. We're gonna waste a bunch of coins doing this, but she has to die. Get as much as this possible here, because this guy's gonna die next turn, and we don't really have another way to spend coins other than the candle. But we want to play the Brute probably earlier. He's got a big profit. This is fine. We want these bleedings as much as possible for damage. Play candle. Let's play it slow. The problem here is Moriels. If he has it. It's Ignatius. He definitely has it. If he has that, we can't really win. So Caleb puts the thing out in the same turn. Although we can kill the Caleb now. Then not worry about that. That seems good. Let's bounty that. Kill it. So we'll put a bounty here. This does 3, so we can kill him now. Yeah, let's do this. He's a 5, right? So we get 5 back from doing this. This back to 9. This is profit 8, so we might as well spend these coins. So to get them back anyway. The only issue here is the Moriels. If he's running it. Which I think he is, and he probably has it. So he probably drew his good cards, and we probably didn't. Very unfortunate.
Never a problem 4 inches of steel could be solved.
Oh, maybe not. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't know what his last card is then. This is profit 8. I don't think we have enough. We do have enough. He didn't have the Immortals. GG. That was an interesting game. That was very interesting. We didn't even draw our... Without the Moriels and the Moriels and the Graydon, I mean, It becomes very difficult to get rid of like stuff like Brute and Ignatius. But it looks like we're still able to do it. Self-wound. This will be very interesting. We have to be careful what we put bounties on. But I think we can make something happen here. The nice thing is we do have 2 destroys in Graydon and Morios to deal with a Sigvald. So that's one thing we do have in our favor. And this hand is also pretty nice. I think we'll try and make use of a purge this round. Do we need the coins? Yeah, we don't have a way to get coins. Oh, now we have coins. So yes, we don't need this. Although, how many ways do we put bounties out? This puts out a bunch. Probably dies like a backup. Yes. This does, this does. Yeah, this looks fine. Let's go with this hand here. Start with a nice easy scapegoat. Let's see what our opponent is really going for here. Mr. Soulfly 45. I don't know why I said it with a weird voice. I've always kind of liked bounties. One thing I wanted to, I guess I have to mention it here. He's gonna kill us for us. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Which means we're gonna need to spend coins right now, otherwise they're going to waste. Actually, no, let's get us to 9. Gets us to 9 coins. Let's play a scoundrel. Let's see what he's running. Okay, so it is this deck. Interesting. It's a Saris Lippy deck, it would look like. What do you want to get rid of then? To make his Lippy worse. We'll summon the other one out for him. This way, if he keeps the Saris around too, which I think he's going to do, it's like a 8-point play, doesn't do that much. It's not the most efficient tempo for this round, but I think it'll help us round 2. We don't have to worry about it. Of course, we could Lippy early, but then wouldn't have gotten the Saris then. Of course, we thinned for him. We're using it the Saris tempo play the first time, so we're trying to do here.
Opinions are like ours. Everyone's got one, but most of the not.
I think he's just gonna pass on 7. If he just passes on 7, that's okay. We just don't have a way to use our points or coins other than damage right now. So we need the candle to round 2 and 3. So we really don't want to play it round 1. We don't have Octavia, although we could draw into Octavia with like, Oniromancy Octavia. Wouldn't be bad. Might go for that. The Mega Scope. Yeah, so it's just an all-in Saris deck. Interesting. It's gonna trigger next turn. We just play some bronze here, right? We can do Purge. Purge is really good here. So we'll kill this. Get that bounty. Do some of this. I think he passes here, right? I'd be very surprised if he did not. Saris gets nothing out of the deck. So he's just setting up for Lippy. Makes sense. Just setting up for Lippy. We could play Caleb here. I don't really want to. That's the thing, there's not a lot of cards I want to play here. I think we'll go Oniro here for the Octavia. Just have a way to spend coins that isn't doing damage. Let's get these to our hand. We're going to do a round 2 pressure, which means they're going to be really handy. Let's put this back and then put you back. And give this to you. Now he's probably going to pass, right? We have only golds here. I was really sure he was going to pass this turn. If not, we're going to have to waste one, which is very sad.
What's 3 arrows in the arse? A pinprick, that's what.
Alright, we're in the very sad category here. I really thought I was going to pass. Let's go. What do we want to drop here? Let's play Witchfinder. Let's do that. Do these coins. I mean, going to a short round 2 would be okay. Okay, that's why he's doing this. He's got the Ring of Favor. That makes more sense here. And then we destroyed something, so we can play these. Let's play Candle. We're gonna go for all in round 2 here, which means we'll actually have the actually having the carryover would be good in that case. To have this up. We're really looking for... So we have no way to put out bounties. Kind of a problem. There's one way. What do we open with? Does he have tall removal? Probably. Brute gives us coins. If we're going to Oniro a card, it would probably be Caleb, actually. If we want to play a Slander... I mean, it might just be a brute turn. It's not bad. I don't think he's going to have anything super tall. Let's just do this. It really prepares this round for us. We've got a 13. It gives us coins. Let's our Slander give us 9 coins. I would like to want to Ignatius, though, if we can. But really, we should try and win this round. Although, if it's a Lippy deck, we haven't seen a Roach or a Knickers, which is kind of weird. Yeah, if we're going to Oniro a card. Caleb makes sense if we can keep Freak Show alive. I think what we do here is we just play... I think we just play Freak Show. I just think we just kill this. I think we just do a candle boost on him. Like this. I should be kind of hard to kill. Alright, well, we got destroyed there. Now we have a problem. I'm just gonna play this. We still have graded with the Slander, which is fine. We still have the big leader ability. Still a little confused by his deck.
You shan't get 3.
I guess we just Slander that. We could have Slandered before our Freak Show. I didn't because it would have been very inefficient for our coins. That's at 12, right? What's our leader at? It's at 10. We can leader kill that. Put bounty on the bear. Then grade in the bear. That's our best course here. That's what we're going to do. So what's the best way to put bounty on it? Probably just go Kurt. So we're going to remove this, right? And go Kurt and Graydon. They'll give us enough coins for it too. So we do kill this. Gives us max coins. Go Kurt. Be honest here, I forgot about the profit coins from this was 4 coins, then we got 3 overkill coins. We got 7. I was thinking we were only getting the 3 overkill coins from the leader. We wasted a couple coins there, which is not good. This will be a very big grade in.
Double the coin and consider it done.
This has bounty, so we get a whole bunch of coins back, which means we want to go to exactly 5 if we can, but we can't. It's unfortunate here. So we do this, pay the fee, or the tribute, I mean, destroy this. Puts us to 52, then we just boost some stuff. Try not to get hit by a Igni. Do another damage here. And I find it difficult to imagine he's got 58 points right here in his hand. There's the Lippy. Yeah, so it is a Lippy deck. Didn't draw the Heat Wave. There's the Morkvarg. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was Lippy deck, so I thought going in round 2 would be right. GG. Warrior deck will be a big problem for us. They just have so much control, and we only have the 3 really good, or the 4 good spending cards, that I think we're gonna lose this. Of course, sometimes I say that and we just win easily, but I don't think that's gonna be one of these cases. These 2 are good to have. This gives us setup. This gives us coins. We have some ways to put up bounty. I don't think we'll need the extractor, because this gives us so much. Then we've got these guys for bounty stuff. The 1 damage might be nice though. I don't think we need it. Because round 1 tempo is going to be very high. I think this is a bad matchup. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Now the question is, do we just go right in with Hysteria? Because it would let us get a Freak Show going right away. We definitely want this guy dead. I think he's going with Hysteria. Let's just go Freak Show next turn, then kill something. Or just go in with Executioner. Executioner is probably better. We don't want him getting to build up that finisher.
Only one will walk away from this. The job's a job.
This guy's going to die next turn. The question is, so we want to go down to 2 coins so we can play this. Actually, might want to just go down to 0. I think we just give this guy 4 bleeding. I think we just give him 4 bleeding too, honestly. Would have been nice if he didn't have one of those in his hand so we could use the Scoundrel. I'm pulling out of his deck, but he had them both in hand. Question is then, do we play the Scoundrel? I don't think so. I think we go Scapegoat.
Were I a real witch, do you think I'd still be sitting here?
Let's put on more bleeding here. He might pass this turn. We haven't seen Coral or anything yet. Which makes me think he doesn't have... Well, he definitely doesn't have Coral because he could have used it to kill our Executioner. He definitely has a way to kill the Executioner. He's probably got the Blood Eagle right now. He's waiting to get these two guys off for it. Goes Scoundrel next turn, then we purge to Death Blow the card. I put in our Bounty and then kill that with Scoundrel. You should have difficulty killing Scoundrel at least. Blood Eagle time? No, it's not with this. Yeah, so we go Scoundrel this turn. He should not be able to kill this. And we're going to look for this guy. Well, if we get this, he's got the bonded one in his hand. That doesn't really matter, I suppose. Because it just gives us something bigger to hit with the Purge. This does 4. So we get 2 on this. This gives us Death Blow. You should play the second one, I think, here, which is what we want. There's a chance that went wrong and we hit this invader, which made me a little nervous, but it did work out there. Maybe we can get Caleb going. We do have Ignatius as a big finisher. We might have to drop him this round. I really don't want to. We might have to. I think it's pretty likely at this point we're getting close to the point where I think he'll kill the Scoundrel. Gutting / kill here, yeah. Thing is, if we Caleb, we put Bounty on this, it dies. We get our coins back. He's gonna kill the Caleb, though. This is our only way to put out Bounty, which means our Graydon would be useless. We just play this guy. Maybe we just play Ignatius. Then the Champion's Charge is bad, though. I think I'll just play Ignatius. He's played Vabiorn, so there's a chance he doesn't have a Champion's Charge, and you'd have to lead her a couple times to do it. It's because that's time, like tempo-wise. It's going to be kind of awkward using Graydon and Caleb. That's why I want to do this. Okay, that puts him to 21. Down to 20. Maybe we can always Caleb Blood Money as well. So Caleb is the card we want to be careful with. I think we just play Freak Show. Then we just kill some stuff. This way we get 6 coins back off of the blood money if we hit this melee guy, and that's enough to pay for the Moriel's tribute if we really need to. Going Fukushi already. Vabiorn. It's kind of weird. We're getting a lot out of him here. Kushagon's a big deal. We still have our leader charge. Still have Graydon. If we were to play a card here, could we get... We have no fees, which is kind of our problem, right? The only fee we have is Caleb. So if we were to play 2 cards, would it be good? It'd be pretty bad. We lose Moriels. We'd want Graydon on his Patricidal Fury guy. I guess Moriels works on that too, but Graydon would be better. I guess the best thing is if we play 2 cards here, it'd be Moriels Caleb. Problem this guy's he's melee. Just do it. Give this bounty. He'll probably pass on this one. Yeah. Go for the no tribute here. Get a heal. You could have done the heal last turn with our leader, but I don't really want to use our leader. We built it up to so much damage at this point. We definitely want this. We need a way to put out bounty. There's a Witchfinder. Witchfinder's pretty useless, except the turn we play her. We have 1 sun left. Okay, we can use Octavia, exchange Slander for Brute, and go all in here. I don't want to play round. I don't want to play 3 rounds against this deck, so that's what we're gonna do.
Coins keep the game running. Clink, clink.
He probably just kills Octavia, which is bad because it means we don't have a fee card, but there's a decent chance he doesn't. Because he might go for the revives on the Highland Warlords first. So we play her this turn. Might be wishful thinking, honestly, but we'll see. Okay, good. He's going to go for the revive first. Well, we might have the Witchfinder here, though. I guess with Witchfinder, Octavia lives. So we'll do that. Witchfinder. Because if we wait a turn, he'll War of Clans back the Veteran, and he'll have Veil. So we need to do this first. Just going to go straight Champion's Charge on that. That's fine. That's his Tall Punish, so we can go Tall now. Let's go Graydon. Pay his trip. Well, we have to pay his fees. We need to spend these 3 first.
Knowledge is a weapon of great power.
Pay the tribute. There's a chance he has a Morkvarg Heart of Terror, but lately I really haven't seen anyone playing it. So we just have to take that risk here for the sake of efficiency. We do have a really big play next turn. Tier would be really bad still, but what we can do about Tier? Because we know he has it. And our Brute's going to get boosted too. So maybe he uses it on our Graydon, but we know Tier is going to be a big reset. But he won't get the death blow at least. He'll be gone. Okay. Got that gone. That's good. I suspect we got a Tier here for the Resilience. No, War of Clans.
Resist the Jarl's will, and that's how we'll end you.
Interesting. We're up to 12 damage here. How do I feel about round 3? No leader. No Fukusha. Just Tier Resilience. Or he'll have Tier Plus King Bran, probably. It was definitely a Bran, because these guys are at 5. What do we go for the win here? Let's go for the win here.
Don't think, just do.
There's the Sove. No beasts in the deck. Love to see it. GG. Guess he didn't have the tier. I was really risky to go for it there. There's a decent chance he wins that, but I just didn't want to play another round against that deck if we went to round 3, because round 3 is so insane. Precision Strike. Again, we have the problem where all of our guys are dying. If this is a trap deck, we're in so much trouble, but we just kind of hope it's not. We have a lot of ways to get coins, which means we don't really need all of them. That's a nice card to get. Especially considering there's scapegoats. Let's do this. We're going to rely on our Scoundrel this round. So it probably is traps. We have Caleb, but the problem is there's like a Waylay off of this. It could just be a Waylay deck too, you never know. Let's just play this, and at least it'll stop his Commando from getting points. I don't think we're going to kill a Bounty, we're just going to leave it there to deny points for him. If we had a Freak Show, that'd be so good here. Oh, he didn't trigger these guys? Is it worth Oniroing a Freak Show for this? I think it is. Kill these 4. I think that's worth it. I think that's worth it. We deny 4 points and 4 bodies on his board, which is something he really wants. Oh, it's an offering deck. Of course. Interesting. I don't want to purge this. I think we just play the second one. We do have Scoundrel next turn, which I think we will do. See what he's got. We could just pull a Sentinel. So few bronzes makes me think of traps. Let's just pull the bigger Sentinel and get rid of it. Curse of Corruption. That should give him the round. But if it's traps, we can't let that happen. Before, there's nothing we can do. Like, we can't win the round anymore. If it's traps, he's just going to get his win, but that is what it is. We need to get rid of as many damage specials as possible. Great. Just because if it's traps, we can't play these things.
tell must the woods abandon. Join us instead and defend the valley.
That's not terrible. Let's just hit it with a Hysteria. Just don't play units. Maybe it's just Waylays. We don't have to worry about traps. It's possible. Looks like it's just traps. Okay. How do we want to kill this thing? Guess we just do this. Could just hit with Hysteria. Then we don't have any points, so that doesn't work.
Oak waits for the best buyers.
Let's hit my sound there for a little bit there. Sorry guys, hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. Should be fixed now. Now we don't have a lot going for us. Oh man, we got all these good cards in here. At least we have Oniromancy. You know, we can Oniro Octavia to get a bunch of these guys. Candle's really good. That's a card we need. This not so much. Let's play this first though. I lost the extractor there. Not a big deal. Anything we play dies to offering, right? If it's a 4. So we need a way to use Candle. We also want to be able to spend the coins first. Spend the coins first, we would need to get Octavia. Gets us this guy. We could just Caleb and put out a bounty. No, he gives us profit. That doesn't work. Let's just go for a Kurt bounty.
Wait to hear your wicked flesh sizzle.
We'll play this guy next. Maybe spread some bleeding. Or use this maybe. He's not going to play anything big.
I'll do so sword in hand.
Maybe we just play Candle anyway. Let's just play Candle. Try to dodge offerings. He has precision strike, so it's going to be really hard to actually do that, but at least he only has the one Sentinel in his deck. Okay, there's the Waylays set up. So this is where we play Purge if we had it, but we don't. I think we go with the Executioner here. We have Oniromancy for this. We've got Leader still. Yeah, let's do it this way.
Evil's not going anywhere.
This is gonna die to... Doesn't die to 4 Waylays now. But it's not gonna do us much good. There's the Heat Wave. It's good he used it on that, though. Let's do a Caleb. I like this. We'll go Caleb here. Do this. Then we've got Hysteria, 6 damage. They'll fully heal Ignatius.
Slaughter them to a man.
We've got the Hysteria, 6 damage. How big is Brute? Brute is a 13. Is Brute better than the cards in our hand? I don't think so. I think we just Oniro the Brute and we don't go for the Octavia. That's fine. Let's put out a bounty with Witchfinder. How are we going to spend our coins? We're going to get coins off of this, so we don't need to worry about having not enough coins. So we'll just play this and we'll boost it. Oh, he drew it. Feels bad. Feels bad. Okay, so how much does the Brute give us? It's profit 7 points. That's really good here, especially. Yeah, so now we just play Brute.
Don't think, just do.
Next time we play Graydon.
Feign not ignorant. Remember to whom you speak.
We need to watch out. We were at 20. These two weren't the same, so he couldn't have hit us with an Igni. And I don't think he's playing Scorch. If he had a Scorch there, we would have lost 39, but I don't think people really play Scorch. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, Graydon, Destroy. I think he's going to have too much, but we'll see here. Yeah, we'll pay it. Oh, maybe we weren't supposed to pay that, right? Because we were at 7. Oh, we messed up. That's unfortunate. We messed it up, guys. Renacio. Oh, Unicorn Chironex. That's interesting. Oh, just top deck into the Renacio, please. We messed this up. We should have had more points. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I think we just hit the big elf here. Puts us the max coins. We do this.
Nonsense, Fox. No, but I can't smash, eh?
It's still a really big finisher, but I think he might have something here. Just an offering. All right, that will be a GG. Man, we should have had like a couple more points here, but oh well. You can see the deck's really strong. It looks like it's pretty good. So that's the deck, guys. What do I think? I think it's pretty good. I really like Bounty. The changes to Blood Money are amazing. I really like how they've changed the leader. You have options with it now, right? You can play it early, build it back up to use later, which I don't think we ended up doing. No, we did do it. We did it in that one game against the Skellige, I think. Or you can go and use it, just wait till it's 12 damage and do a big bounty trigger, give you coins. Now, one of the keys about this deck, I really think you need Candle and Octavia, as you need cards that spend your coins not in damage just for some matchups. Which is why I originally wanted to run a Sea Jackal or 2, but I just wanted to go with the bounty cards for those instead. But overall, I like the idea of the deck. I like the, well, I asked, did we even use Crystal Skull? I don't know if we ever went first. Oh, we did. We just played a Scapegoat first, I think. But yeah, I like the idea of the Crystal Skull. I think it's better than the Tiger's Eye after playing some games with it. Because I already tested Tiger's Eye a little bit. Which is part of why I went back on it and changed it in the beginning of the video. That was pretty funny, wasn't it? Yeah, so I like this. The Oniro really helps with the consistency. You have the Octavia, but I like having Oniro. It just gives you so much, and Candle's so important to spending your coins. Like in that last game you saw, we were using like fee 7 on the Candle. It's so good for spending the coins in some situations that I think you really, really want it. You don't want to be spending all your coins on damage. And overall, I like the deck. The only card I don't really like here is Caleb. Now, Caleb is really good in some situations. Like, say you're playing Harmony, and they're just spamming out engine after engine after engine, and you have to keep using Caleb's order every turn. Without something like that gives you bounties every turn, like this or Witchfinder, it can be really hard to deal with. But in a lot of other situations, you just play Caleb, he puts out the one bounty, they move/kill him, and then he doesn't feel good. So that's the one card here, Caleb. And then Purge, I was not... it has some really good uses sometimes, especially in combination with the Scoundrel, right? Like you pull out something with a Scoundrel, or you have the Scoundrel out, or some other card that does damage, and you don't have enough coins, you just finish it off with Purge, get the Death Blow, then you have coins and kill that too. It makes some interesting combos, which is quite good. The only problem with it is it's like a 5 provision. Increased damage is good. I like it at a 1 of. I wouldn't play 2, but overall, if you're going to cut a card, I think this would be 1. And Hysteria really working out for us today. Quite like that. So yeah, overall, I like the deck. I think we'd probably take out Caleb. There are some options here. Like I said, I tried Fabian, but I just didn't like Fabian. Still, the Intimidate, maybe. We are playing 9, or no, we've got the spell here. The whatever candle is. So we actually only have these 7 crimes. So we could get some points there. Might be worth testing some more. I did also want to run Tamara. So her tribute boosts all of your witch hunters by 1. We're playing the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 witch hunters. So it's probably worth it to run her. She's an option. I've played Tamara before. Tamara, whichever way you say it. I always pronounce it both ways. Yeah, whichever one. I've played her before, and she was better than I expected. So maybe she's the substitution we make here. We go her instead of the Caleb and add a second 5 Persian card. I don't really want a second Slander. Or a second Purge, but we could do something. Or we can drop the Purge and put in a 6. Thing is, there's not really 6s here we want. But we are in non-devotion, so maybe we could go with something else here. Tech card. Anyway, that's what I think about the deck. I think it's actually pretty good. It worked out well for us. We just went in and won every game, which is what happened the other day too, I think. It's weird. Normally there's like losses in here, but no, we just got all the wins today. I think it's overall pretty good. The blood money change in particular is such a nice buff, and I really like the way they went with it. But yeah, I think the deck's pretty good. The weakness is like no unit stuff. The Skellige raid deck, it got a nerf on the Feral Bond, but it wasn't really a big nerf. So that deck's still very strong, and it has so much control that I think against that matchup, that matchup's just bad, I think. But overall, yeah, I really like the deck. You can do some crazy stuff with Graydon and the Brute now, especially if the opponent's playing a really big card, like say if you can get the Arniel the Patricide, that's pretty good. If you can somehow get a Melusine, which we did earlier for 24, then you're talking. But overall, I think deck's pretty solid. You have a lot of removal, which just kind of helps in a lot of matchups anyway. And you have good point slam in short round, so I think it's nice. I do like the deck. The only weakness is you've got like low tempo and you're playing the bounty cards, and if they kill your spenders, like your Freak Show and your witch hunters, it gets kind of sketchy sometimes if they're killing those off. But overall, they can deal with a lot of stuff, so I do like the deck. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next one. That'll be it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more. And you can check out some more videos over here. And thanks for watching.